Hi YouTube, I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing okay, not too bad. Um, I had somebody ask me why I was upset with another channel. I feel like I was baited into another area, suggested to go to another channel from there. Um, that wasn't suitable for me. I wasn't able to speak my mind, to oppose any of the what I deemed disinformation, um, whatever. So I'm just leaving it there. But I had been slandered after that. If you come and write what you think about me on my channel, I'll probably give you a heart or I'll tell you why I disagree, but I'm not going to make a smear campaign against you. And I probably won't, unless I'm backed into a corner, even mention your name ever again. Unless I'm dealing with a Luciferian. And then I should be more specific, the satanic. So, and for those that think it's a joke, when I say that my estranged husband that I gave a letter of divorcement to is Satan, although there's many antichrists. If you think that's funny, I did tell you if you get close to me and he's aware of that, be prepared to be attacked. I've said these things and it's not a joke. I've had nothing but master masons or above adopt me and then try and condition me to sway my aspect and outlook on this planet to be a powerhouse for them, and I refuse, and I won't be controlled by anybody. I divorced the Masons. If some of you don't know, I got a job in my own place and I divorced my adopted parents in a court of law, emancipated as a kid, because what I found out about them needed to get out to the public. And I had a big hand in doing that. I'm not backing down from anybody, and to have my name slandered and to call me a Mason and make a joke out of the demonic system that's going on and what I'm trying to stop, that's a shame on them. So when I say there's a dark vibe in a room and I'm going to clear this shit up, well, I found out for the person that asked why I'm upset, that's why. Because they're being used by the dark force. That's why. And it's pretty obvious, you know. So anyway, enough of that. you know, I am gonna share. I had watched some time ago a man named Andrew on, I think it's Narc Daily. He's a really kind hearted individual that is very sensible. And I'm into seeking other counselors to listen to, not only when I'm upset and I feel like I personally need some help, so I don't really attack anybody because I know they're being used anyway, unless they are out and out narcissists themselves. But when I point out somebody yelling and pretending they're a preacher, that they need to back down with their ego, and yeah, I didn't say it so nicely, so what? Who likes being yelled at? People need to get a grip. Don't try and stop me. If anything, make people aware what happened to them. But are you going to do that? Because you don't believe what I'm telling you. First, you don't think I don't have God in my heart? And then second, You don't know that I'm under attack every second, and so are you. You won't admit it, and you won't help me. My so called friends, you know. So, anyway, or my friends, thank you for being here. Cheers. Here's to you. So, yeah, that's what's going on. So, and I've repeated before exactly what happened, and I'm not going to rehash it many more times. I don't care who goes into whose live chats and who likes who or what. I really don't. Have fun. That's what I'm out to do. I'm out to find good friends of the same substance and to have a nice day doing it. So, but there are two separate camps, you know. You know, the day I was sick about 4 days ago now, when I had a fever, and I don't really I mean, I've had bad things happen to me, but, like the occasional upset stomach or what, that's kind of natural in anybody. But it was just weird when I had that fever that one night. And I wonder if it was on the day just maybe a couple states away, they had a big chemical factory just full of aerosols popping and great big chemical fire and everything. So, never know what's in the atmosphere coming at us, I guess. I mean, let alone what they're putting in it anyway, for real, you know. Yeah. What I'm trying to say and what people aren't really aware of is the world leaders themselves are the masters. They are the master manipulators. They are the dark cabal. They are not just Masons or Jesuits, like whatever. Like I've told you, it's affiliated so deep all over the place. It's rampant in our society. It is. It's they're trying to normalize it. Like I said, that cult within itself, like the higher ups, that they celebrate that stuff. It's their magic. It's what they draw on with that dark vibe. You know, when the dark appears to be light, I'm not saying the people that were involved that I went to their channel are of that substance, but time will tell because I've been praying hard, and if they truly are friends of mine, they're going to understand, or somebody else is going to help them understand if people care. And if they don't care, I can't help you there. But I'm not going to say and demean my character on somebody else's whims because I don't move on whims like that. I take a lot of time in life for other people. If I'm going to teach you the Word of God, I'm not going to be ego driven about it. That's repulsive. So, and if I tell you I'm going to swear, I'm going to do it real good and probably make you laugh if I can. That's my nature. You and nobody on my channel has ever seen me act satanic in any way. The only thing I've ever done in my whole premise of this channel was to expose those bloodlines. And I've paid dearly for doing that my whole life. And I take great offense at the ones that are saying I haven't, or that my children haven't suffered, or grandchildren, for the very same reasons. As many of you have too. I'm not saying that, but when you literally make yourself a target right from the start, there was no break in my hell from these people and their gang stalking corporations. So I don't know what part of that you really don't get, that I'm searching for friends that really do get that part. You know, no matter who else you love or like, I don't care in that respect, because I do love everybody. So whether they see what's going on or not, you know. Well, I'm happy I got my stuff done today. Not my exercises yet. I thought I'd get this video uploaded first, but yeah, I'm gonna do them. So can't stop me now. You know, no broken bones, and I'm not getting close to anybody so they can do anything to me. They would have to do it from a distance, and then I might get a little warning, perhaps. You know, so you know, you gotta stay safe. You know, shit, somebody's handshake could hide the snake. Can you dig it? Beware of the pat on the back, just might hold you back. Jealousy, misery, envy. If you can't hear it, smiling faces. Sometimes pretend to be your friend, but they hold no traces of the evil that lurks within. But yet, here I am pouring my heart out continually every day. And I'm not going to stop being me, because that's what I do best. And fake, I detest it. And the fake ones would look down in shame in my presence, and I know that for a fact, and so do they. For one thing, most people are far more lewd and loose in their life, and just on that alone, they can't deal with it. They have a hard time with me in their presence like that. It's a fact. My light to my computer went out, so, but yeah. I'll tell you that again. People are too lewd and too loose out in this world, and it's repulsive to me, and they know. I feel like that. In fact, they go out of their way most of the time to be extra rude in front of me. Two reasons. One, trying to get me to join in, and then to torture me when I won't. So there's that. So I'm looking for friends with the same substance and integrity, or ones that can rise to that. That maybe you've always wanted friends like that too. You know, I'm not saying like a dirty joke wouldn't be funny or something, that I wouldn't laugh or something, but there's a line of integrity even within a joke, you know. So there's just some things you just don't say, you know, those type of things like that, that people take so lightly in this world nowadays. You know, like, oh, that's just normal. We're all regressed degenerates, you know, and we're a lot of the time perverse. But That's normal. So I'm asking why, what's the big deal telling somebody that they suck when they're acting sucky? Well, I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's a big deal not to say something and to let other people think that that's normal. Well, it's a peaceful day in the woods. Sort of. So far, so good. Gloomy, cloudy, 16 degrees. It says sunset. Well, maybe 4:25 p.m. Central Time. Yeah, probably in about a half hour the sun will be gone. Till tomorrow. So if some of you are new here, thank you. And really what I do every day is try and bring you any information that I've found that might be somewhat new or to bring something more clear into the focus of everybody. Um, I am a person that writes like my House of Representatives on behalf of orphan kids and kids that are being adopted out of our country. I have a fight going right now in a lot of areas with the beast system, personally with them, and the ones that aren't so personal in my life. So, in other words, just about everybody hates me for what I'm doing. And why I'm doing it is the family unit, what's natural on this planet that they're trying to take away from everybody. Our rights to have land or water or food or work or anything that we choose to do on God's green earth because this is our planet, you know. So you will not find a more, um, in that respect, combative person anywhere on this planet. I'm the one that will stand beside you and defend you or help you if you did get hurt while other people just stand there. That's me. I'm that person. The one that saves you, they are trying to destroy. Isn't that amazing? It's pretty screwed up, isn't it? And to try and take mother, the word mother, out of the whole picture, that's and next it'll be fathers too. You know, you'll no longer be a father, you'll just be what I call my ex, a sperm donor. So that's a long story. You know, I normally don't go around calling people names, you know, but he was a good sperm donor. My kids are beautiful. So maybe he thought the same thing about me. What a jerk, right? Wouldn't doubt it. He probably thought it first, you know, in true narcissistic fashion, you know. And that's what they usually are is they appeal to people in a entertaining way, you know. But then after they get you in, they try and rip you to pieces. Sometimes it's a little piece at a time, and other times they just try to devour you all at once. So, but I know the trick. Excuse me a minute. Yeah, I do know the trick is to, first off, anytime we've copulated with a monster and we didn't know that's who they were, we left an imprint, a piece of our DNA with them. And a lot of people don't like to hear me talk about that DNA imprint on us with our genome and with everybody we come in contact with, but it's true, you know. I kind of liken it to you are what you eat, which is really grotesque when you think about it. You know, can you imagine the way this bloodline has never cared what they did in their lives, the sicknesses they brought into people that do want to take care of themselves? You know, people don't want to hear me talk about this, but it's true. And anytime we open our minds, like say, okay, I won't say it like that, but there's people that know how I was treated, good, bad, or ugly. We all know what happened to me in that respect. So people are used like tools, but most of the time they open themselves up for that. You know, I had more to say on that, but just a minute, I want to think how to say stuff too, because for people's understanding of me, because it does reflect on other people's lives too that I know have or are going through the same things as I speak. When people open their minds to other people and the Spirit of God works in everybody or the Spirit of Satan works in everybody, you've opened that door for either energy when you interact with people. And then if you're not quite the warrior that most of us claim to be, you will fall victim to dark energy. And I detect that stuff, and when I do, it needs to be eliminated. So who's going to do that for people? you know, Probably somebody that would say what's up when it's up and then carry on for the next day and help people that are going through all that what's up laugh a little bit and have some camaraderie for the good team. Woo-hoo. Even if the ones that were kind of shitty want to come back on board the good team, realize what the hell happened to them, or don't. It could be just dark wizardry and there's nothing I can do about it, right? But there is. I put it in God's hands. I will see something done about it, one way or another. So yeah, I'm just looking for new friends out here and people with the same on the same wavelength. whatever that means to everybody, you know. So right now I'm watching or will be watching archaics. They're always good. You can't go wrong. Um, I have one in my community that I shared, which was a little ironic. I had been talking about the extra earth and the extra levels and the moon and a new moon watcher that I found. And then right after that, Archaics put out a video talking about when the moon wasn't in the sky and the extra land. And, you know, to me, that's the way. No, he didn't. He might have watched my video. I'm not sure. But that's the way the Spirit of Christ works in people like that. So, like when my soul's screaming out for some understanding or connection, um, that energy's picked up, and that's how I get that for myself. And I know that. I just want friends that realize that in their lives too. And then, you know, I think some of my favorite people on YouTube specifically are ones that can gather that those thoughts, you know, in the ether like that, and from within ourselves with God in us. You know, those are my favorite people. So because then you do see something that you needed to see, and it's just like there from the Spirit of God. You know, it's like, wow, that was just far too cool. You know, it's, I could say our little miracles are our miracles, you know, but yeah, in that respect, that is miraculous. Although the bad vibe can pick up our thoughts too and try and interject their baloney within that. But yeah, if you're strong, that's not even going to happen to you. You don't even first a lot of people just jump on their first thought is what they do. They go with their first thought. They don't give it a, well, if you see something that's just downright evil, I mean, a first thought really isn't, a second thought on that is, it isn't going to take that to convince you what that is. But most people go with their first thought in its sort of fleshly thoughts, and then they go with those thoughts and they end up paying for their lack of strength in that area. That's where I was going with that from earlier, you know. And you think they would recognize what happened, but they will, you know. So, I know, I see it all over the place. You know, fun is fun up to a point in this world with people's lives and souls. But then, with all the fun put aside, there's a lot of seriousness going on in the world that needs to be taught to the next generation so they're not fooled and duped like we all have been forever. And that's where it will stop, and that's how we rid the world of this dark entity that's devouring everybody, you know. So the happiness and the sadness on the planet, right? There's a whole bunch of both. But it is true, the ones with the most innocence, you're attacked the hardest. If you go out into this world with self centered uh, intentions, no matter who gets in your way, you'll pay for that too. So we all got to pay to play, but I'm not playing. I don't play ever. So, yeah. Unless it's sports. So, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate your time. If, like I said, you're new here, welcome. I love you. Um, if you're watching me, I probably really do love you because you're in the same frame of mind for what's going on in the world. So, all right, everybody. Thanks again. Have a really good night or day wherever you're at. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA.